Okay, continuing the notes and the discussion with degrees and radians. Okay, write this in your notes. Continue. Okay, here's the connection. Here's where how they're related. Okay, so here's the connection between degrees and radians. All right, here we go. Okay, so we'll start with here. Right, I'll keep it right here. Degrees is here. Radians is over here. I'll do the little split screen like this. All right. Well, we'll start with a complete, again, just like we started earlier. If we have a circle, just try to draw your breast, well, let's just go with, no, we'll just go the way around, right? This in degrees would be what? 360 degrees. Here, in radians, a complete rotation is 2 pi. Now we've seen pi. You've heard of pi before. We know a value for pi, right? 3.14. We're going to get to that today. But what you've not heard, or maybe you've not known, or you're learning now, is when you hear anything with pi, it's 2 pi, and the units are radians. Nobody writes it. Nobody really. Anytime you hear pi, the unit of measure is, it's not 2 pi inches, it's not 2 pi feet, it's 2 pi radians. Pi is in radians. Anytime you see you're talking about pi, this is what? This is 360 what? Degrees. See, this is degrees, this is radians. But 360 is one complete revolution is 360. One complete rotation here is 2 pi radians. Well, let's break that down. Okay, so we know 360 is equivalent to what? 360 degrees. We'll write this over here. From here, we can say that what? 360 degrees is equivalent to what? 2 pi. And again, people are lazy. They don't want again, short for radians. You'll see rad, but some people don't even write it. They'll just put 2 pi. Okay, continuing with that. Let's break that. That's a fact. That's true. 360 is equivalent to 2 pi. Okay, but let's take it a little bit further. What if I go only half? Remember, this is what? From here to here, that's what? 180 degrees, right? In degrees is 180 degrees. So we'll put what? 180 degrees is equal to or is equivalent to what? Well, over here in radians, right? If I had 360 all the way around and I only want to go halfway, well, 360 divided by 2 is 180, right? So that makes sense for degrees. If a complete rotation here is 2 pi, how much is just like half of it? Well, half of 2 pi is what? 1 pi, right? Pi. Right? Half of it is pi, and if I go another half, it's 2 pi, right? It's easy, right? Just take half of 2 pi is pi. Half of 360, 180. So 180 degrees is equal to what? 1 pi radian, or just pi, right? People just say pi. And this is the conversion unit that you're going to use. Can you use this one? These two are actually saying the same. This is the relationship. 360 is equivalent to 2 pi. Or honestly, if I just divide this by 2 and I divide this by 2, 2 pi divided by 2 is pi. 360 divided by 2 is 160. So this is the relationship between these two units, between degrees and radians. You can use 360 is equivalent to 2 pi, but since you reduce it and it's much easier to use, this is the conversion unit you're going to want to use. You're going to want to use this fact that 180 degrees, here's the conversion unit. This is what you're going to be using for your work today, that 180 degrees is equivalent to what? 1 pi radian. A pi, 1 pi. And we'll get to that when we get to the third part of the video. But what I want to just quickly, just so that you know, right? Just so that you know, and it kind of makes a little sense here. Why do we say that pi is equal to 3.14? Does anybody know where they get that from? Everybody, if I ask anybody, hey, how much is pi? Everybody's like, well, 3.14. Why? I don't know. I'll show you why. Real quick, just so that you're informed. Okay, so let's draw this out. And I'm going to just pick this length for a radius here. How about that much? Whatever this is. Let's say this is 5. Whatever this radius is, right? Why is pi? Well, remember back here we said pi was 180, right? Pi was 180 degrees. But if we have, remember, if you draw a circle and I keep using this, and then remember the definition of a radian, sorry. Here's 1 radian right here, right? Let's say this is 5 or whatever. And when this matches this length, that's 1 radian right here. We got 1 radian. And then if I keep going and I get another one here going, about to there, right? Well, I don't want to go too much. About to there. Wouldn't there be another radian? Right? From here to here is 1 radian. Here's another radian, right? I went the same distance, 5, the same. I opened up another arc length that was 5. And then if I go another one, which will probably be up to about right there, where again, these are, the radius is 5 and it matches this arc length of 5. And here's another radian. Now remember, pi is 180 degrees, right? So I'm going to stop all the way to right here. I'm going to stop 180 degrees is half of a circle right here, right? Here's 0 degrees. Here's 90 degrees. Here's 180 degrees. How many radians fit in 180 degrees? Well, we got 1, 2, 3. And this little slice and this little piece that's left over, that's why you get 3.14. You get 1, 2, 3, and this little part that's left over is your 0.14 little slice. So that's why pi, which is 180, fits how many of these radians? Is 1, 1, 2, 3, and then this little part is your 0.14. This little slice that's left over. That's why pi is equal to 3.14 radians. Just so that you know. Okay? All right. The next video will show the assignment and how to do the conversions.